lesson went pretty well. What do you think?
I think it was good, and I thank you for letting me come in and see you. So here's the questions. How successful do you think the lesson was in general?
In general, I thought it was pretty successful. I think
Good.
so.
Did the students learn what you had intended them to learn?
I believe so. I mean, judging from, their answers.
Okay, great.
Overall, they did well.
If you had a chance to redo the lesson with the same students in the same situation, would you do anything differently?
I don't think so. I think everything went pretty well with my students.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Did you depart at all from the plans you had prepared originally?
No, I feel that everything went according to plan with them.
That's good. Did the classroom procedures that you normally do every day, because we know that like every day you're going to do the same things about collecting homework or passing out papers, did the regular classroom procedures you do enhance or detract from your lesson?
I feel that it enhanced. Usually I stay pretty organized to keep with the pace of my students' learning. I know every so often, like if a student struggles, it may take a little longer to get through a lesson.
Right, agreed. Being organized is definitely key when you're in, the smaller type classrooms. It's important.
Right.
How did instructional delivery impact the cognitive engagement of your students?
The instructional strategies were pretty good. I tried to touch as many learning styles as possible because I know that each of the students learn in their own way, so I try to touch upon that with my instruction.
Good, and I think you did. I like the fact that you used PowerPoint and you did various things. That was good. What evidence do you have of the students learning?
I would say definitely their correct responses, like that they gave during the lesson.
Right.
As well as their homework assignment. When they came in the next day, they completed their homework. For the most part, I would say most of my students completed most of the problems, like with, I would say between 85 and 95%.
Oh, good.
But I did have one student who struggled. He was more of a 75%. But overall, I think that they really picked up.
Great. What did you learn from the informal assessment you did during the lesson?
Well, the answers that they put on the board, I noticed that my one student was struggling, so I did spend a little more time with that student.
That's good. How did the results impact your instruction and the student learning? It results from your informal assessment when you were walking around.
Oh, I found that as the students were completing their independent assignment, I would spend less time working with them one-on-one and just leave them be, whereas the student who was having more difficulty or staying on task, I just stayed next to that student and spent more time with him.
Right, understood. And what impact did the student behavior have on any cognitive engagement or learning of the students in the class?
Overall, the behavior was pretty good. There were minor issues, but that didn't affect anyone else in the room.
Right. I thought the class was really well behaved. I thought that for the most part that they were on task for the entire time. And that was great. And I think it's because you did a variety of things with them and they were active. They weren't just sitting listening to a lecture the whole time, which is good. Was there anything that you wish you could improve on as far as how the lesson went, how the students responded?
Well, I feel that one thing I noticed with the lesson is that I ran out of time. I didn't get to give them their exit ticket before leaving the room. So I probably should have picked up the pace a bit here and there. Maybe I shouldn't have spent so much time sitting with my one student one-on-one to kind of tie up the loose ends.
Right, but the one-on-one is important.
Right.
Maybe for the next time you plan a smaller chunk if you think it's going to be hard for them, so you don't do as much material. But overall I thought it was a really good lesson. I think that the students really were engaged and that they were having fun with it. They liked the different things that you did, and I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, great, thanks.